man, happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys are remembering the reason for this weekend and the sacrifices people made so that we could be able to spend time in this beautiful country doing what it is that we enjoy doing. Also shout out to Sweet Roars for the 16 ounces of beautiful adventure. This stuff was good, man. I did this stuff yesterday. I drank it yesterday morning. I had myself a good afternoon chilling at home, kind of rewiring myself, you can say. But in the midst of this little trip yesterday, somebody called me and they were talking about wanting to like kind of restart her content journey, and I just laughed, man, because it's just like, dude, I was there. Like, I know what that feels like. If you're trying to get on social media, or if you're trying to do something different, or you're trying to change, you're trying to, take a risk. Man, a lot of times I found for me was that, like, there is an overconsumption of information problem. I search and search and search and search and search and search, and then what ends up happening is I get paralyzed. It's like analysis paralysis is what they call it, where you overanalyze everything and you paralyze yourself, and you overstimulate, your mind or whatever, because there's so many options. And I tell you this because this is what I was doing for a long time, and I started to be more mindful of. And I don't know if this should help or not, but definitely didn't hurt. So I was thinking about it, and I was just like, man. And I said, and I'm not the only one that deals with this, because I have a friend of mine that's kind of been following my little journey and kind of rooting for me and helping out where he can. But excuse me, I watch him, or he sends me stuff all the time on Instagram, and a lot of it is good stuff. But then I find myself, like, because I know this now, it's like, oh shit, we're in this thing where we're so focused on the overconsumption of information and taking everything in because we want to learn everything, that we forget that the biggest teacher is just taking action, trial and error. At least for me, I can tell you that if I would have took action a lot sooner in business, in life, in my career, in my relationships, in all things, I would have gotten through a lot more. I would have got through a lot faster the process of it, right? Because ultimately I was taking action for where I wanted to be, but I was like consuming so much information that I would freeze. And then I would justify, oh, I'm working towards it because I'm like over consuming that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm reading, I'm studying, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, you just got to get in the game, man. Creating these reels, creating this content, creating these things. Man, a lot of the stuff that like I am doing now is what I do anyways. The phone conversations with helping people, throwing my friend's business in places where I can, just helping people, man. Just helping people, trying to uplift people. Man, people, like, a lot of my friends will come to my house and it's just us chilling, and we'll just shoot the shit, and we might drink a beer or something, and we just talk, and we just, like, they leave in awe, and like I'm left in like, oh shit, like, man, like in awe, like this is good where we're at. These are the good problems to have, the headspace where we're at. Like, these are good things. Like, we wanted this, I remember when I wanted to be a real estate agent, and I wanted to be busy, and I wanted to have this business and the things that I got going on now. Like, man, I'm living that. But I wouldn't be living this if I didn't take action and stop trying to overconsume and learn everything. There is no perfect way to do anything. And the way you're learning and the stuff you're consuming may not even be the best option for you. So, like, study a little bit, do a little research, obviously, and then just take action, man. That's it. Like, that is the only thing. And if you're scared, like, if you don't know what to do, or you don't know what to say, or you don't know what it is, then it depends what situation you're in. Like, from a content standpoint, like, just create. Like, you are the brand. Like, you are, like, the testimony. What is it that you've gone through that, that gives you credit to speak on, right? I know why I feel comfortable doing this stuff is because there has not been anything that I have really put my mind to and have not been able to accomplish. Like, I went to school to be an operator because I wanted to get into operations, but I also want to get in AT&T, the job I had before. So I applied, I got in that, I did that. Then I went to school, finished my operator degree because I wanted that money. So then I went to school, knocked that out. I did that, but I applied myself in each process to obtain what it was, right? The goal. And then once I got into the operation gig, I had the money to do a little bit more stuff, so I bought a welding machine. I started welding. I had more money to vacate, so I would go snowboard with some friends, and I learned to snowboard. So like, when I take the fundamentals of the things that I've been able to accomplish simply because I applied myself, well then there's no reason why I can't accomplish anything else. A lot of times I just put that mental blocker where I get overwhelmed and I start overthinking and I build up these imaginary outcomes that don't even happen, and then I kind of put myself in a paralysis where I don't take a risk. I don't do anything. So if you're in a position where you're stuck and you want something different, whether it's a career change, a conversation or something situation with a friend or a family member or a spouse, if you have a new goal you want to tackle, whatever it may be, this is a universal thing, man. Consume a little bit, talk about it a little bit, but then after that, man, implement some action, take some action. You're not gonna learn until you get your hands in there. And the only reason I say that is because, again, learning to weld, learning to snowboard, learning real estate. Like, I've got 2 closings coming up. I got 3 closings coming up in the next month. Man, I've never done that, you know, and I'm at the peak of my business and I'm only getting started. And sure, the money is exciting because I can cover my bills, but to me, it's bigger than that, man. It's the vision that I created for myself that I'm following through on, that I get to do with the love and the support of my friends and my family, you know? I mean, every day is a constant learning thing for me, and sometimes I may not meet the expectations of everybody, you know? And there's definitely some times where I could have handled, you know, communication or different deals differently, you know, but I'm also new and I'm also learning and I'm also kind of getting an understanding of how this system works. But I wouldn't have 3 closings coming up had I not jumped into it and just started taking action, which this is why I've been a little bit more aggressive with the real estate stuff. I mean, the content stuff is because of the fact that just like I've been accomplishing those things, I know I can accomplish this if I just stay consistent. And a lot of times I get overwhelmed with what's the content? Well, I'm the content. I'm the testimony of taking action and applying myself to something, being super consumed in it, being passionate about it, and then seeing the success because I did those things. So just, I think that's where I was going with this, is just take an action and be mindful of the overconsumption of information, you know, and just, I don't know, man. I hope this helps. That's kind of what I took away from yesterday when I was tripping or whatever. Yeah, I got a little notepad and I just sat down and I was just thinking about a lot of stuff and kind of processing everything. And just be you, man. Don't be scared to be yourself, man. In a world where everybody's a mirror image of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We all dress the same. We all got the same style. We all got the same shoes. We all want to fit in. Don't be scared to stand out, man. It's cool. Like, it's cool when when everybody's in dunks and you're in flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's in, you know, exotic cars and you're in an old school, where everybody shows up and whatever and you're doing shit your way. Man, that's a beautiful thing, you know? The mail lady was kind of cute from afar. But yeah, man, just be you, man. Be original. You got your tribe will follow, man. Your tribe will follow. It's like the 1 or 2 people that like view this stuff. Like, man, I get a lot of support. A lot of people don't comment and don't share on it. But when I run into people in the streets, you know, in the streets like it's a gang shit. When I run into people on you know, out in public, man, they're like, hey, dude, I don't like your shit. I don't comment on a lot of stuff just because I'm not really active like that on social media, man. But, man, hit the, you know, like keep doing what you're doing. But I'm like, man, hit the subscribe, the like and shit, you know. And it's just but it's cool. It's refreshing to see and hear that what I'm doing is helping people, and it's people see it. You know, that's all I want to do, man. That's all I want to do, and just, I don't know, man. Cheers. You guys have a good Sunday, and hopefully you get some water. It's hot, man. It's a hot one today.